This is the problem. In West Virginia, there is some of the most beautiful scenery in the eastern United States. It also has some of the toughest driving conditions on our national highways. Between Princeton and Charleston, the hills are long and the grades are steep. One-lane bridges are not found too often on main highways, but this one keeps stopping traffic and making a nuisance of itself for everyone.
Mountainous areas like West Virginia have long suffered from crooked, twisting highways and roads. A 1947 act of the West Virginia legislature set into motion the creation of a superhighway to run north and south through the mountain state. Its construction was to be financed by the sale of bonds, with tolls paid by travelers to pay off the bonds. Thus began the saga of the West Virginia Turnpike, an engineering and construction achievement sometimes derided as the road to nowhere. The grand concept had been for the Turnpike to be part of a major north-south artery connecting the Great Lakes with the southern United States. However, neighboring states did not commit to build connecting highways. First conceived as a 4-lane superhighway, its construction began in 1952 as a more modest undertaking because of the high cost of cutting a major roadway through rugged mountains. Instead of bridging the entire state, the Turnpike began in Charleston and ended, abruptly, in Princeton. The Turnpike's construction took only 2 years to complete, at a cost of $133 million. Yet workers moved some 70 million cubic yards of earth and built over 100 bridges, an average of more than one bridge for every mile of road.
The day they opened it, they stopped at every bridge, every intersection, or toll plaza, and had a ceremony. There was the local band, high school band, the local politicians, and they'd pull a tractor trailer up, and they had all bunting all over it, and they stand there, and the governor would get up, Marlin would get up and make a few remarks, and Okie Patterson would get up and make a few remarks, and they'd honor whoever it was named after, and they'd pack everything up and zip down the Turnpike. They'd go to the next place, and the next band would be there, and they're all waiting for them, and they'd pull that thing up, and they'd have another little ceremony.
When you look at the geographical area that it traversed, it was an engineering marvel. I mean, it just, cutting through this extreme section of southern West Virginia.
It took like all day to get out of West Virginia going south before that thing was built. It was criticized as a road to nowhere by the Saturday Evening Post, but if you were a resident of West Virginia and you wanted to go south, it was a godsend. There's 2 lanes in some area, 3 lanes in others, and 4 lanes in others. And that caused a lot of confusion with people, and that caused a lot of accidents.
They would talk about that horrible road from Charleston to Bluefield. And it was so much better than the old one. It was pathetic.
It wasn't until 1988 that the entire length of the 88-mile Turnpike was fully upgraded to interstate highway standards, which made the road safer. Today, the Turnpike is a key link in the United States interstate highway system.